Good morning to all girls. So welcome once again for the English class. Today we are going to see the new poem, that is The Professor, written by Nizam Ezekiel. First I'm going to give the introduction about the writer. Nizam Ezekiel was an Indian Jewish poet. He was born on 16th December 1924 and breathed his last on 9th January 2004. He was not only a poet but also a playwright, editor and critic. In a brief time he was also worked as a professor of English, and then he was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award for his poetry collection Latter Day Sam. And then his unique qualification is he have it portrayed the various facts of the life at another unique quality of his poetry, and he just touch upon various aspects of Indian life that include family events, human concern and societal introspection. So and some of the these are the his famous works. And now let me go with the about the poem. First of all, uh, the Professor by Nizam Ezekiel is a satirical poem. That means satirical means criticize. Okay, mostly it was uh, the poet is he have the various aspects of touching the Indian family related. Okay, how the family members are, how they treated their children, how after making their daughter's marriage, how they will proudly be. So like that they were criticized in this poem. Okay, so now let's come in which the poet satirized the Indian variety of English. The poem is written in the form of a dialogue between a retired professor and his past student whom he taught geography. Actually, this poem was in the prose poem format. It is like in a conversation form. Okay, so here the professor himself talking. Okay, only talking. It is a kind of a dramatic monologue. Monologue means one single conversation. So here that who is a monologue means the professor is a monologue. The only student is a listener. So he didn't give the chance to talk student also. He always proudly says himself about his life only. The poem is written in the form of a dialogue between a retired professor and his past student whom he taught geography. The portrait of the professor is filled with sarcasm and irony as the professor talks about himself, his achievements and his family, and nowhere does he talks about academics at all. It also makes fun of the Indian custom of using rhyming names for their kids amongst a host of other such customs which are made fun of by the poet. It is a satirical form, girls, written in the form of a conversation, okay, between a professor and student. The professor is the narrator here. That means he is the speaker. And then he talks about himself, his family and children. And he speaks about his sons and daughters, his health, changing times and changing values. The poet has used informal style to convey his thoughts in the poem. This is about the poem. Now we go with the theme of the poem. This poem is written in the form of a monologue, or in the beginning of the class I said monologue. He makes a fun of himself by the way of he speaks or things. The professor has retired from service. He is really happy that he has lived a content life. His two sons are settled in life. His two daughters are married. He has become a grandfather of 11 children. He is healthy and the old age. He hopes to reach a century. These things he were proudly expressed. This is the theme in the poem. With the poem, so here the narrator begins his conversation with the question. Okay, what does he ask means, remember me, I am a Professor Sheikh. Once I taught you geography. Now I am retired though my health is good. So first line he begins with a question. He was a retired geography professor. He happens to meet his old student. He asked the student if he remember him. Then he introduced himself as a Professor Sheikh. He described his current position, his family, and his health. Okay, he was good health, but he was retired in his profession. He just proudly saying that. And the next line, my wife died some years back by God grace. All my children are well settled in life. So now he talks about his family. So what he said, some years back, I mean, his meaning, he mean that as soon as his wife was died. So he mentioning that, and then my children are well settled. The professor tells him that his wife has passed away a few years back, and by the grace of God, all his children are well settled in life. He mentioned that. Now, next line, one is a sales manager, one is a bank manager, both have cars. So, others also doing well, though not so well. So, next point, next line, what he described that he mentioned one of his son is a bank manager and another son is a sales manager. Both of them have their own cars. Then he mentioned about his third son as a black sheep in the family. So black sheep means in Indian family, you just take an example of in Indian family. In family there is a three children, means one children always be in the bad manner, maybe sometimes maybe bad character, they have the bad qualified. So they mentioned as to be a black sheep. So like that here also he mentioned one son is a bad black sheep because he have a bad character, bad manners. So that through the line we can understand. So totally he had three sons. Okay, so now come with the next line. Every family must have a black sheep. Sarala and Tarla are married. Their husbands are very nice boys. You won't believe that I have 11 grandchildren. How many issues you have? In the next line, he described about his daughters. The professor then talks about his daughters Sarla and Tarla. Both have them married and leading a happy life. His son-in-laws are very nice person. He proudly tells him that he has 11 grandchildren. He asks his students how many children he has there, and the student reports 3 of the 3. So in the next line, that's good. These are days of family planning. I am not against. We have to change with times. Whole world is changing in India also. We are keeping up. Our progress is progressing. Old values are going. New values are coming. So now he asked the students how many children. He said that 3. He responded 3. The professor talks about the changing times. He talks about how the whole world is changing along with the India. He says that old values are replaced by new values are coming. That means old trends are going, new trends are coming. Old rules and regulations are gone, new trends and new regulations are coming. We are following that. So he just saying that, and then now he talks about him. Those things are talking himself. And then everything is happening with leaps and bounds. I'm going out rarely now and then. Only this is price of old age, but my health is okay. Usual aches and pains, no habits, no blood pressure, and no heart attack. This is because of sound habits in youth. He proudly says about his health. Okay, so now he talks about himself. He says that hardly goes out due to the old age. He has usual aches and pains, his health is alright. He says that this is not free from diabetes, blood pressure, or heart disease. He says that he's healthy because of good habits that he has cultivated from his youth in teenage. And then he inquired about his health also. So now next line. How is your health keeping? Nicely. I'm happy for that. This year I'm 69 and hope to score a century. You were so thin like a stick. You are man of weight and consequence. That is good joke. You are coming again this side by chance. Visit place my humble residence also. I am living just on opposite house backside. So in the final part, what he concluded means, so he says that he was very healthy because of good habits that he has cultivated in a teenage. So he inquires about his student's health. The professor says that he is 69 years old and he hopes to live for 100 years. He jokes with the student that he has gained more weight than before. So he just now finally the professor asks him to pay a visit to house if possible. If you once comes again this side, just visit my home. So in this way, in this point, he conclude the conversation. Thank you, girls. If you have any doubt, just comment in the comment section.